Hello, everyone. So today I just want to talk about some things that have been burdening on my soul, and I just feel loud and clear. Amazing. Okay, so there are some things that have been burdening on my soul, so I felt that this is the time to share. This is a very important time to share some very key things, and this is something that bothers a lot of us as human beings, as individuals, as adults. And so welcome. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Monfik Ryan Abu. I'm a certified leadership and mindset reset coach. And what I do is that I help people, mostly women, especially women, to develop a framework I created called the Audacity to Lead, despite any adversity they may face in their professional and personal lives, by giving them principles that will help them to build their self-esteem, to improve their mindset, and to bring about financial literacy and independence in their lives. Okay, so that's really what I do. I started off really focusing on only self-esteem issues because that's something that is very close to home for me. My self-esteem was damaged for many years. That's the truth. I was one of those people that just didn't believe in herself, just didn't see anything good about myself for many years. So I decided I now was able to find a way to be able to help myself to get out of that feeling of inadequacy and feeling of low self-worth, because it was holding me back for many years, so I decided to create a solution that will help other women like me, mothers, working mothers that have so many responsibilities of minding the home, being there as a partner to their spouses, and taking care of the children, and making sure the children are well-developed adults and all of those things in society. So I was trying to, Facebook, let me know if you can hear me, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Please put some comments and let me know if you can hear me. And Instagram, this is a very interactive class. We are just going to share our thoughts today. Today I'm going to talk about mastery, and I'm going to tell you about the importance of that thing that you were born with called your potential, right? God has given each of us a potential, and the statistics are really alarming that less than 30% of people in the world maximize their potential, are able to really stretch themselves with their God-given abilities. Why is this so? And what is holding them back? Okay, so first of all, let's start and just look at this scenario for a minute, right? Why is it that there's only one Tiger Woods? When you hear golf, you hear it's synonymous with one name, Tiger Woods. When you hear amazing computers, it's synonymous with one name. The amazing Steve Jobs. His name escaped my head for a minute. Sorry about that. When you think basketball, it's synonymous with one name, Michael Jordan, right? Let me know on Facebook, guys, if you can hear me, please. Michael Jordan. When you hear TV, powerful women on TV, it's synonymous with one name. Even if, despite the fact that she's left TV more than maybe 7, 8, if not more years ago, one name is synonymous. When you think most powerful woman on television, you think Oprah Winfrey. All right, so what is it? What makes these people? And let me bring it home to Nigeria, where I currently am. If you think of the top people in the banking sector, or that have made it through the banking sector and have become multi-millionaires, if not billionaires, through business, you think the Tony Ilomelus. And when you think mega business people, you think the Dangotes, So you realize that in certain fields, in certain industries, there are certain names that are just synonymous with that industry. Meanwhile, there are so many players in that industry. There are 1,000 more people there playing in that industry. Welcome. Amazing people that are just joining. Please let me know Where you're joining me from, please send hearts if what I'm saying resonates, and please send your questions so that I can tackle them while being here online. Two important things. We're talking about mastery, and we're talking about the importance of monetizing your skills, and why your skills are your agency, your experience is your asset, and everything you have gone through in life is not useless, it's useful, and you can leverage it for so many things. Okay, thank you so much joining from Port Harcourt. I'm actually currently in Port Harcourt, so thank you for joining. I have an amazing event happening here in July, so I sincerely hope that you will attend. I'll talk a little bit about it before I sign off, okay? All right, so please stay till the end so that you can hear this useful information. All right, so I was talking earlier about why is it that when you think basketball, you think Michael Jordan. When you think amazing computers that look so sleek, that are beautiful phones, and you think listening to 1,000 music, 1,000,000 music, even with just this little thing in my ear, you remember Steve Jobs, okay? Even though he's no longer alive, he's the one we think of when we think Apple, right? When you think Microsoft, you think Bill Gates. When you think Walmart, you think is it Bill Walton was his name? Was one of the richest men alive when he was alive, and his family till today, they are still the richest people, you understand, because of what he left them when he set up Walmart. All right, so when you think of these individuals, while there are so many people playing in their field, why is it that these are the individuals that people remember when they think of those different industries, all right, or those different careers, or those different games? The reason is that these individuals have become masters of their craft. The thing about knowledge is that knowledge is you learning. All of us, we are all adults. We all have a level of education: high school education, university education, primary school education. We even have doctorate education and all of those things. We are all very smart people. But the thing is that the average human being, after they get their education, they stop educating themselves. Let me repeat that. The average human being, once they get their education, they stop educating themselves, because some people just feel, okay, I've gotten everything I need, I don't need anything else, which is the biggest false assumption that you could ever tell yourself. And I will explain why. Because your knowledge, the information you learned in school, all the knowledge and insights, the principles, all the things you learned, they are not just there for you to have it as knowledge. They are there for you to master them. Now, how many of us would even remember what we studied in school? The actual program, the actual course content. Did we really master those things? Are we really masters of our craft? If you really want to ask yourself, are you really the master of your craft? Mastery is something. What does it really mean to have mastery? Mastery is you knowing how to do something with the least effort. Like it has become second nature to you. Everything about you is about that thing. You understand? Everything about you is about that thing that you have mastered. The average human being will just get a level of education and stop. And they don't know that what separates the excellent person from the mediocre person is one word, is mastery. And when you want to master something, you need to make up your mind that that is the thing you are going to really focus on and you are going to really improve upon in your life, right? So that is what I want to talk about today, the importance of mastery. So I was talking to a client a few days ago, and she was struggling with creating her first coaching program. So she just stopped working in her 9 to 5, and she started a coaching a coaching, she got her coaching certification, and she just started her coaching business. So if you don't know, part of the things I do, I help people to kind of leverage, to find what are the skill sets that you have in your career, and how do you leverage it to be to start something profitable that you can really use your experience, your expertise, your skill set to be able to jumpstart yourself. I give you the tool set to be able to jumpstart your success from your skill set. So from your skill set, we develop a tool set so you can jumpstart your success. Really, that's a bit of a summary about what I do. And the program that is coming up, called the Monetize Your Skills to Dollar Bills live event in July, is really going to teach you the principles of how to do this. And I will talk about it a little bit, right? So my client had just started her coaching business, and she was struggling with what is going to be the first coaching program. In fact, she was doing one-on-one coaching, which, if we have coaches in the house, let me tell me what you do. Tell me where you're joining from. One person has told me where they're joining from. So others, please feel free. Tell me what you do. Tell me where you're joining from, so that I really am able to narrow down what I'm talking about, so that it can resonate with you and it can be able to help you to achieve more, really, because I'm so appreciative of you taking a few minutes to come in here today, and I'm not going to waste your time. And I'm hoping that everything you get here would be bite-sized insights for you to be able to jumpstart your success, because that's the whole point of me being online. I'm not better than anybody, and I would not pretend that I'm better than anybody, but all I'm trying to do is to improve myself. I'm this kind of person that is always hungry for self-improvement, always hungry for professional and personal development. So as I am learning through my journey of life, I want to carry people along, and I'm hoping that because I'm seeing results from this attitude that I have about self-improvement, I know that you are going to get great results as well. And there are some great results that I can guarantee for you, because I've helped people to get them over and over again. And that's what I give people in the coaching programs that I have created. And I have a few of them that I know will be very, very vital for each and every one of you. All right. So at this juncture, I would really encourage you to share this live. I've talked a bit about what we are going to cover today, and I hope you share this live with people so they can join. I'm actually trying to do that on Facebook now. I don't know how to do that I'm trying to do that on Instagram now. I don't know how to do that on Facebook. So I've tried to send this live to a few people. All right. So I was just talking about my client that was struggling to find the coaching program, our very first coaching program, because I can help you to create your products, to be able to move from your experience into your expertise, then to move into product creation. I can teach you the tools that you need and the principles that are required and the strategies that you require to be able to create a product program, so that you can be able to launch your digital product online and leverage and get a passive income and be able to have multiple sources of income. It's something I feel I learned late in my life, but I'm so excited that everything I'm learning, I'm trying to pass it on to other people, because if you are in the coaching space or the teaching space, you find out that I'm sure some of you will be thinking, why are these coaches always online teaching us something for free? Sometimes what we learn when we teach someone else, not sometimes, every time, whatever you learn, if you teach somebody, you learn it twice. Whatever you know, when you teach someone else, you learn it twice, so don't hoard information. There's so much, there is enough for everybody. Don't think about competition is there, but the best person you should compete with, the only person you should actually be competing with, is to become the best version of yourself. You understand? So don't worry about what another person is doing. You are iconic. You are amazing just as you are. Even if someone else is doing self-esteem training, for example, me and her will collaborate and we'll do the self-esteem training together. I don't really bother myself about competition or envying someone else or being jealous of someone else. In fact, I look forward to collaboration so much, because Monfik and another person, whatever the person's name is, maybe say her name is Ellen. Helen and Monfik may be the same age, may even be from the same background, but they are not really the same person. They don't have the same quirks, they don't have the same nuances, they don't have the same character, they don't have the same experiences, you understand? So certain things about them are different, you understand? Hello Facebook people, welcome. Let me know if you're hearing me, please let me know. So even though someone else is doing the same thing that you are doing in whatever, in the office, especially in the office, there was so much toxicity when I was in the banking industry. Another woman will not want another woman to survive in the bank. Another man will block another man's path. Why? Because they just feel they need to be they need to kind of do what they call in Nigeria eye service to the boss, to the oga at the top, as they say, so that that person will like this person and will not like that person. Some people will go as far as going to the boss to badmouth and to even lie against their own colleague because they are threatened by that person. I am of that I completely disagree with this notion and this thing that some people do, especially, and that's why work life or work, professional life for a lot of people can be very, very difficult and unaccommodating and very, very frustrating. And a lot of people get kicked out of the system because of that toxicity. But what I've come to learn now is each of us is unique. Each of us is an icon all by ourselves. Each of us are legends all by ourselves, because each of us have our own unique experiences and our own unique interpretation. That's why I really leverage and talk about mindset a lot, because when you think mindset, you think somebody's belief system, somebody's worldview, somebody's opinion and perception of something. My mindset is different from your mindset. Your mindset is different from your colleague's mindset, your friend's mindset, your sister or your brother's mindset. All right. So really, when you think mindset, you think this is how somebody is thinking. This is how somebody evaluates things. So no two people evaluate things the same exact way. Everybody have different mindsets based on their worldview, based on their experience, based on the things they have gone through in their lives. That is why you don't need to compete with someone else. When you compete with someone else, you will fail. Just compete with who you want to be in the future. The first exercise I give people in my coaching programs is, no matter the coaching program you buy from me, the first exercise is, I want you to envision your future. What do you see for your future? What's the kind of life you want for yourself in the future? So now that is what you need to focus on, not what someone else is doing. Like, I was just listening to a video 2 days ago, and they were talking about even in a horse race, when you are doing a like horse race, people that really, I've forgotten what they call them. Is it Derby? Sometimes they do Kentucky Derby and things like that in the US, and people go wear lovely dresses and they go just watch horses race, and people bet on their horses, and if your horse wins, you win a lot of money. Now, when those horses are in that race, the horses are blindfolded. You can imagine the horses are blindfolded. Why? Because they don't want one horse to be looking at another horse and now get distracted as they are running. Likewise, if you are looking at what someone else is doing and you are always threatened by someone else, it's like you're driving your car on the street and you're driving your car, and instead of you to face your windscreen and focus on where you're going and look at the left, look at your right and rear view mirror, make sure nobody's in your blind spot and nobody's trying to overtake you without you noticing, and trafficate when you should trafficate. If you are not focused on your lane and focusing on you driving, you are focusing on maybe the other car that is more posh than yours, more expensive than yours, more new than yours. You certainly will get an accident. True or false? Let me know in the comment section. True or false? Let me know. That is the danger of comparison. That is the danger of comparison. So each and every one of you, what I do is that I help you to become the best version of you possible, because God has already given you a unique potential. Now, each of us, I put a video up because I had a presentation yesterday in a school here, and I presented in front of more than 50 people, and we're talking about different things about potential. We're talking about self-leadership, we're talking about financial literacy, self-esteem, and a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I was telling a lot of them were parents like me. I'm a parent of 4 biological children, two lovely children, bonus children, and I have 6 children between the ages of 25 and 15. So I've been through so many stages and so many phases of motherhood, right? I have some of them I've left school, some of them are back in school after leaving school doing a different program, another one going for masters but working right now, another one I have like 2 in their 3rd year of school, I have 1 in his 2nd year, then I have my baby who is no longer a baby anymore, who is 15. So I've gone through different phases and different stages of motherhood. And one thing I always try to do as I'm raising my children, as I'm parenting them, is to let them know their own individual uniqueness. Nobody should be thinking, okay, oh, mommy likes this person more than me. No, I may have appreciated what that person did, but there's a reason. You don't need to do it just as that person. The only uniform thing that I ask of every child is respect, honor the family, value the family, let there be harmony in the family. Whatever else, let them just be uniquely themselves. Let them pray 5 times a day as Muslims. Let them be good people. That I always enforce. But, I tell child A, why don't you do it like child B is doing it? Or I tell child B, why don't you do it like child A is doing it? No, the children are not the same. Likewise, no. 1 second, there's somebody on my door. So, while no 2 people are exactly the same. Sorry about that interlude. I have my family here, so I just hope that doesn't distract us. But tell Daddy. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's what we are talking about today. We're talking about mastery. So mastery is really being able to do something effortlessly, knowing how to do something so well. You do not have to try, you do not have to practice. You understand? Knowing how to do something so well, you do not have to practice it anymore, because you now have what they call mastery. All right, that's what mastery is really about. Okay, so I really want each and every one of you to focus on mastering that craft of yours. What is that thing that you know how to do? What is that thing you are passionate about? Some people are passionate about one thing and they go into something else that has nothing to do about what they are passionate about, just because someone else is doing it. Just because someone else is doing it, just because it's the trend, just because that's what they are seeing on social media. No, I discourage that a lot. There's something uniquely amazing about who you are independently. How are you going to leverage that to do something wonderful in your life, to do something amazing that is going to increase your income, increase your self-worth, increase your confidence? You understand? Make you elevate, make you dominate in your industry, and enable you to accelerate in any situation. That's really, really what I try to help people to achieve. Okay. So this client that was struggling to do this coaching program, what I told her, I asked her, what have you mastered? What is that thing? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the comment on Facebook. Thank you. I'm waiting for more comments on Instagram, okay? What have you really mastered? What is that thing you have mastered so well? That is the thing that will not only make you more money in this world, but will also make you fulfilled. And that thing comes naturally. My own life story, a little bit of my backstory. I started pursuing personal development when my beloved mother passed away, and I was only 19 years old. She was only 37 years old. A very brief life. But when she passed away, I watched people say so many things good about her. And I decided I'm not going to mourn this woman. I'm going to use my life to celebrate her life. What would she want me to do as the oldest child for my younger siblings? What would she want me to do to help them to accelerate and improve? So now my own children know who their grandmother is. Their grandmother never got to see them. My mother never got to see me marry. My mother never got to see any child of mine. But I've been able to lead in such a way that I have passed the information about my mother to our grandchildren. And her great-grandchildren will know who she is. Because it's not about the length of your life. It's about the value of your life. So you are not going to live that valuable life. That life that will be so impactful and make such a huge difference in this world if you are busy competing with other people. You are not going to live that kind of life. You should be able to proactively have some moment of intention and focus and thinking and reevaluation to ask yourself, what matters most? What do I know most? What's the impact I want to make in this world? You understand? So that's really what I told this client to do. Think of what you have mastered, not what you just know, not what you just like, but what you have mastered. Because people underestimate the importance of mastery, right? People really underestimate the importance of mastery. A lot of people just know something on a base level. The people that are highly successful in this world are the people that have mastered their craft. And the mastery doesn't happen overnight. It happens through consistent practice. You understand? It happens through consistent practice. That's how mastery happens, right? So if you practice, like my coach was telling me when he was going to learn how to play, when he was going to learn how to do, he went to the gym to learn how to do taekwondo. When he was taught how to kick, he was taught how to kick for weeks, and all he had to do was focus on the kick and mastered the kick. There was a time, once upon a time, I loved to go to the gym to practice kickboxing. I know that I had to do a lot of trial runs, and I had to master the act of boxing in a certain way, like doing the uppercut or like the fist jab, and different ways to do that. Many weeks, many days before I was able to move on to the next one. Because why? I need to master one before I move to the other. In this life, the people that you're looking at that are successful, that are doing amazing things, they have mastered the art of whatever it is that they are doing. Michael Jordan has mastered the art of basketball. Tiger Woods has mastered the art of golf. Venus and Serena have mastered the art of playing tennis. That's why they are the ones that are known in that industry more than other people. They are more well known in that industry more than other people. Okay? So really, that's why mastery is so important. Okay? So that's one thing, right? Another thing we need to look at also is how do you, another thing I wanted to talk about today also was that if you want to master something, when you master something, you become unstoppable, you become unbeatable, and you become indomitable. Imagine those few things I've just said. When you master something, you become unstoppable, you become unbeatable, and you become indomitable. No one can intimidate you or subjugate you, because in that area of your field, you have mastered it. And this thing about mastery, I'm teaching you my own version because I'm inviting a self-mastery coach on Monday, and we are going to go live in my live show called Ryan's Reset Essentials, and we're going to really talk in detail about mastery and why it is important. That's why I really wanted to share those benefits of mastery today. So if there's anything you are doing in your life and you're thinking, I want to master it, I want to do better, I want to improve in this thing that I'm doing, I would love to invite you to my upcoming live event next month called Monetize Your Skills to Dollar Bills live event. This is an opportunity for you to accelerate your success. Use your already existing skills to be able to leverage how you can build a passive income, how you can improve, even if it's in your career. There are many things this program will get for you. Let me just read them out to you. It will help you turn your experience and skills into cash. When I was in the banking industry, I left the banking industry because I realized that there is a cap, there is a limit to where I will get to. There's a limit to where I will get to. But when you are not, when you focus on the skills that you have rather than in a place where it seems like there is a limit, where you can get to, how far you can grow is unlimited, is limitless. You always have agency. A lot of people will say, I don't know what to do, but there's a lot you can do. You already have agency. You already have skills. Those skills, you have been able to do certain things over time in your life. You have experience. You can turn that experience into expertise. From that expertise, you now become an industry leader. You now become somebody that is known in that area as the expert. So people will come to you to get the information that is relevant for them. In this program, you're going to learn to become innovative. Hi, Facebook. You're going to learn to become more innovative and using the skills you have and turning those skills into cash. If what I'm saying resonates, send hearts. Let me know if you have any question. I'm rounding up now because my family needs me. I need to attend to them now. Okay. In this program, you're going to learn how you can use your expertise to create income opportunities for yourself. A lot of us in our businesses, we leave money on the table. We leave a whole lot of money on the table because we don't know where opportunities are. I was telling the people in my email list recently that I went to a hotel recently to lodge, and there were a lot of service gaps, and my room was just not conducive at all. While I was trying to check out of the hotel, I met someone and I had a conversation, and I decided, instead of getting mad, let me get glad. I decided to send my proposal to the management of the hotel to help them to bridge these service gaps. Now I have a proposal with the management of the hotel which they are reviewing, and I know for a fact that contract, once I get it, I'm going to get a lot. I'm going to earn a lot from that. That is me using my already existing skills to leverage opportunity. I would have complained and made a mess and just been noisy all around the place. But instead of doing that, I was able to have some transformational conversations on how to solve a problem. And I was able to now give them a solution that will solve that problem. And that solution is being reviewed, and I'm following up on that. And that is how I'm able to use my skills to bridge certain gaps. I had a presentation yesterday in a school. I noticed the gaps in that school. I created a solution for them. Now they've bought that solution. So what are the skill sets that you have that you are using to create solutions for people? Even in your job. When I was in the banking industry, I attended interviews in other banks just so to test the level of skills that I had. So by the time I was leaving the bank, I knew that they were losing something. I wasn't losing anything because I know my value. All right. So in the Monetize Your Skills to Dollar Bills live event, you're going to learn how to not just to know your value. You're going to learn how to earn your value. You are going to learn how to charge what you are worth in your business. I remember the very first time in 2017, I really had a big contract. My husband was helping me to walk through the proposal, and he put an amount that he felt they should pay me for that job. And I was so scared. I was having so much imposter syndrome. I told him, no, I don't want them to, I think this money is too high. And he just like, okay, all right, this is what I think they should pay you. I ended up earning less than 30% of what my husband had proposed, because that time I did not know my value. I did not know my value. So what are those things that you do that are valuable, that somebody else can benefit from? That is what basically entrepreneurship is about. You now learn how to bridge those gaps for other people and get paid for it, because there's something you know so well that other people are willing to pay you, that other people are willing to listen and learn from you. What you will also learn from this program is when you're in a job, you learn how to negotiate a raise in your job and earn a higher salary. You're not going to wait until promotion comes. That's when I will get something. You should be able to know yourself to that level that you can politely walk into your boss's office and let them know this is 1, 2, 3 things I've contributed in this office. Based on this 1, 2, 3 things, I've been able to, this 1, 2, 3 things has helped this office to earn XYZ based on our KPI. Because of it, I think I'm entitled to promotion. You should be able to voice it out. Whether they listen to you or not, that's immaterial. But you being able to voice it out, that kind of courage is what you need to start valuing yourself. Some of those things will be taught to you in this program. And finally, you're going to learn the monetary value of your skills. You're going to learn the weight of your capacity and the extent of your capabilities in this program. And it's happening in July the 22nd. So I would love you to join. It's not a free program, of course. It's a paid program. If you want to know how much it is and what your investment, I'd rather call it your investment, because you're going to get a huge return on that investment because of what you will learn. This is not exhaustive. This is just some of it, because I need to I'm winding down now in the live. So I hope you got some tips today on how to monetize your skills to dollar bills, and I hope you got some tips on how to master your craft and how mastery is important. And I'd like to sign off with one thing. You know that in a hotel, I like making reference to a hotel recently, but of late, because of certain things, so I won't get into that today. In a hotel, for example, if you lodge into a hotel, let me ask a question to all of you, and please feel free to say something in the comments. If you go and you lodge into a hotel, for example, and you check in, by the time you check in, they give you your card, your key card, and you go into your room. When you open your room and the room is dirty, will you stay in that room? Will you stay in that room? Let me wait for somebody to say something. Will you stay in that room, or will you go back to the receptionist and complain? I know for a fact that I won't stay in that room, and I'm sure you will not stay in that room, but you would think that the cleanliness of a room should be the most important thing in a hotel, which it is. You will also assume, oh, thank you for the answer. Thank you so much for the answer. Thank you. You would now assume that the cleanliness of a room is the most important thing to a hotel, right? Then why is it that the cleaners are the least paid in the hotel? Why is it? I just want you to ponder on that. So I hope you will join my program. It's happening next month, July the 22nd. Monetize Your Skills to Dollar Bills live event. There'll be a virtual one. There'll be an in-person event as well. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Facebook. Thank you. So maybe the next class, I will talk about why is it that the cleaner is paid the least. It's something amazing called the 4 levels of value. And it's one of the things I'm going to be teaching in this program. I will just hint on it because I really want you to come into the program and learn the whole concept of it. I want to thank you all so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your comments. I'm seeing all of it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I want you to stay inspired always, and know that the right mindset is the reset you need for success. Please join me live on Monday, 4 p.m. West African time. I'm going to be talking about mastery in detail with a self-mastery coach from the US. Her name is Cassandra Austin McDonald. She's a very dear friend of mine. She's an amazing coach doing amazing work in the US. And we're going to talk about self-mastery in detail, how you can become limitless through self-mastery. That's actually the topic. I've put it on my feed. Please share, like, comment, tag someone, invite people, and let's do this. Let's help ourselves. Let this year be the year that we do our best to be able to improve where we are today. Stay inspired always and know that the right mindset is the research you need for success. Thank you, everyone. Bye. I don't know how to end this on Facebook. Okay. Thank you, everyone.